The year is 1700. In the shadow of the mighty Himalayas, a fortress city stands tall, Anandpur Sahib. But dark clouds gather on the horizon. The Mughal Empire and its allies march with fire in their hearts and swords in their hands. Inside the fort, a spiritual warrior prepares to defy an empire. This is the Battle of Anandpur. Anandpur was no ordinary city. Built by Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, it had become the beating heart of the Sikh resistance. Here, faith and fire met. Here, warriors were not born, they were forged. The Khalsa, a newly created brotherhood of saint soldiers, lived by a code of courage, equality, and devotion. But power has always feared faith. The local hill rajas of the Shivalik range, uneased with Guru Gobind Singh's growing influence, formed a fragile alliance with the Mughals. At Delhi, Emperor Aurangzeb, obsessed with control and religious uniformity, saw the Guru as a dangerous rebel. A decision was made. Anandpur must fall. From the south came two Mughal generals, Din Beg and Painda Khan, each commanding 5,000 trained soldiers. From the hills came the Rajas of Kangra, Guler and Kahlur, dragging their personal feuds and ambition into the war. Altogether, the enemy force swelled to over 10,000, a tidal wave of steel and fury. Guru Gobind Singh had barely 2,000 warriors. What he lacked in numbers, he made up for in spirit. He called forth the Panch Pyare, the five beloved ones, Sikhs who had sworn to give everything for the cause. They were not mere commanders, they were symbols of unshakable faith. Forts were manned, cannons loaded, trenches dug. The Guru climbed the ramparts and looked down at the swelling army. "Let them come," he said. "We do not raise our swords for land or kings. We fight for dharma. Let the heavens bear witness. This flame will not falter. This fire shall never die." The assault began with fury. Wave after wave of attackers crashed against the Sikh defenses. The narrow mountain passes turned into slaughter grounds. Muskets cracked, arrows flew, and the thunder of Sikh cannons echoed across the valley. Every sortie by the Khalsa was a whirlwind of steel and prayer. Then came a moment that would burn into legend. The battlefield quaked, dust rose, drums thundered, blood painted the earth. Through the chaos, a war cry slid the sky. Painda Khan, veteran of 100 battles, a beast of a man clad in steel, rode forward like a storm given form. His eyes burned with fury, his blade thirsting for the blood of prophets. He rode towards the gates of Anandpur. "Face me, Gobind Singh," and his voice echoed and thundered down the fort. And from the ramparts descended the lion, Guru Gobind Singh. He mounted a steed like a king riding into the legend. The two titans clashed. Steel screamed against steel. Blades flashed like bolts of divine wrath. Each strike shook the air. Sparks burst like stars from heaven. Painda Khan swung with brute power. The Guru moved with a divine precision, graceful, focused, inevitable. Then silence. One breath, one heartbeat, the Guru struck. A single arc of light, a blur of motion too fast for mortal eyes. Painda Khan's sword shattered, his chest slit, his pride died before his body hit the dust. The Mughal lines wavered, the Khalsa roared. With Painda Khan dead and Din Beg seriously wounded, the tide turned. The hill rajas, realizing the battle was lost, fled the battlefield. The once boastful alliance crumbled. The siege lifted. Anandpur still stood, scarred but unbroken. The victory wasn't just military, it was spiritual. It sent a message across India: Guru Gobind Singh would not kneel. Even empires would bleed before his courage. Anandpur would face more sieges in the years to come, but none would erase the memory of this first great stand. It was here that the Sikh spirit proved immortal. And so, on the blood-soaked ramparts of Anandpur, a handful of warriors defied the weight of an empire.